Pope Leo XIV surprised many Vatican observers with the confidence and authority he displayed during his first public appearances. At first, Robert Francis Prevost was viewed as a calm, moderate, and careful leader who would simply maintain stability within the Catholic Church. However, over time, people began to realize that behind his quiet personality was a highly strategic, disciplined, and deeply thoughtful leader. The sudden rise of secret meetings and internal activity inside the Vatican during May 2026 created tension and uncertainty, making many believe that major changes were beginning behind closed doors. Prevost's background played a major role in shaping who he became. He grew up in a working-class family in Chicago, where practicality, discipline, and service to others were considered important values. His parents taught him that institutions should exist to help people rather than control them. At a young age, he joined the Augustinian order, where he was influenced by the teachings of St. Augustine. These teachings helped him understand that truth is often discovered through struggle, conflict, and difficult conversations, rather than comfort and avoidance. His education also shaped his leadership style in a unique way. Studying mathematics developed his logical and analytical thinking, while theology gave him humility, spirituality, and a deeper understanding of human complexity. This rare balance between logic and spirituality later became one of his greatest strengths as a leader. Instead of reacting emotionally or impulsively, he became known for studying situations carefully and acting with precision and patience. The years he spent in Peru transformed him even further. He lived closely with poor and neglected communities, learning their struggles firsthand instead of observing them from a distance. Over time, he became deeply connected to the country and eventually even became a Peruvian citizen. In Peru, he witnessed both the positive and negative sides of church authority. He saw how arrogance, distance, and misuse of power pushed people away from the church, while humility, listening, and genuine compassion built trust and respect among ordinary people. Inside the Vatican, Prevost slowly gained a reputation as a quiet but highly influential figure. In 2023, Pope Francis appointed him to lead the powerful office responsible for appointing bishops around the world. This position gave him deep insight into the global church leadership system and allowed him to understand how power and influence worked within the Vatican. During the conclave after Pope Francis, the media focused on more famous candidates, but many cardinals quietly supported Prevost because they believed he understood Vatican politics and institutional structures better than almost anyone else. After becoming pope, he chose the name Leo XIV, a name historically connected to strong and reform-minded popes. This choice immediately signaled that his leadership would not simply focus on maintaining tradition, but also on confronting major challenges within the church. Soon after, he introduced major reforms aimed at increasing financial transparency and accountability inside the Vatican. These reforms included stricter financial review systems and independent oversight structures, which made many traditional Vatican power groups uncomfortable because they reduced the ability to operate without scrutiny. Despite internal resistance, Pope Leo XIV continued moving forward with confidence. Instead of handling opposition quietly behind closed doors, he chose transparency and allowed the public to become aware of the reforms. This exposed internal Vatican tensions to the wider Catholic community and showed that he was willing to challenge old systems directly. At the same time, he also held private meetings with survivors of clerical abuse, personally listening to their stories and experiences without turning the meetings into public relations events. Many survivors felt that, for the first time, church leadership was genuinely trying to understand their pain. One of the clearest things revealed about Pope Leo XIV was his leadership style. Rather than making dramatic announcements first, he prefers to prepare quietly, study situations carefully, build support slowly, and then take decisive action at the right moment. This method made many people realize that he was not simply a temporary or caretaker pope. Instead, he appeared to be a leader preparing for deep structural transformation within the Catholic Church. By combining patience, strategic thinking, spiritual understanding, and institutional knowledge, Pope Leo XIV began presenting himself as one of the most significant and potentially transformative leaders the modern church has seen in decades.